Dickinson is back at it again with what he does best, teasing his fans about new music with the help of haunted videos. This time for the song Rain on the Graves, which will premiere on Wednesday. Although I guess after Bruce's recent interview, we all long to hear another track from the Mandrake Project. But about that later. For now, on the weekend, Bruce Dickinson's official Instagram account... Yeah, by the way, I still can't get used to the whole fact that Bruce is on Instagram now. But anyways, Bruce posted a series of 3 rather chillin' black and white videos, which, even though did not give out much, made it rather obvious that a new single from the upcoming album is coming sometime soon. And by the way, those 3 videos gave me a strong The Hound of the Baskervilles vibe, which to this day I consider to be one of the most terrifying stories ever after my 5-year-old self has been exposed to it first. But given the general atmosphere of those videos, as well as the fact that all Iron Maiden fan club members recently received an email telling them to expect some rain this week, most immediately assumed that it will be the song Rain on the Graves, which Bruce will release this week. And I guess the whole fact that this is what has been said on the Mandrake Project promo sticker kind of backed that guess as well. So yes, now it is official. Bruce Dickinson's next single will be titled Rain on the Graves, and just like its predecessor Afterglow of Ragnarok, it will come out with a music video directed by Ryan McFall this Wednesday. Now, from the teaser, which was posted just now, we can see that this video will most likely be done in the vein of those old-school British Hammer horror films, which we know has been a passion of Bruce's for a long time. And we will talk about this in details, of course, in the next video after this one will be released. But for now, I just wanted to point out that I absolutely love seeing Bruce Dickinson being so happy about letting his creative abilities out. Like that little kid who's suddenly allowed to play with all his favorite toys and stay up late, which just once again shows that even at 65, we can all be just little boys inside. But anyways, in addition to the video trailer, we also got to hear a short snippet of the song, what most likely is an opening riff of this track. And this is where it gets interesting. The guitar tone on this one sounds much more old school than what we heard from Royce last month. In fact, so old school that after hearing that short snippet for the first time, I could not stop asking myself what it reminded me of. And you know, I haven't slept this night at all. Well, I actually haven't slept because we had to spend the night in a bomb shelter here in Kiev. But still, I could not stop asking myself what this opening riff is reminiscent of for me. Until this morning, a fellow Iron Maiden fan, Addy620 on the official Iron Maiden forums, finally helped me. Now, no, if you compare the two, they actually do not sound the same at all. But at the same time, the opening riff does evoke the same feelings as that classic Metallica tone. And given the fact that the Thing That Should Not Be is actually among the heaviest songs ever written by the band, this actually might mean that on Rain of the Graves, Bruce Dickinson will explore a much darker and more sinister side of his writing abilities than what he showcased on Afterglow of Ragnarok. And I don't know about you, but I absolutely cannot wait to hear what it will sound like. But there is actually another track, in addition to Rain on the Graves and Eternity Has Failed, which happened to be a reworked version of Iron Maiden's If Eternity Should Fail, which I am super excited to hear on the Mandrake Project. According to Bruce Dickinson, one of the tracks on the album, and namely Shadow of the Gods, was written by Royce and himself for the 3 Tremors project, which originally was supposed to be Bruce Dickinson, Rob Halford and Ronnie James Dio joining the forces on an ultimate heavy metal album to rule them all, yet which sadly never came to be.
Why, God, why?
And knowing how much time, effort and thought the guys put into a couple of those songs they were able to finish for the project, I actually have zero doubt that it will be one of the absolute highlights of the Mandrake Project. Well, despite all the rumors, the main reason why the 3 Tremors actually never happened was precisely the fact that if they were to do it, they had to do it perfectly. And that means writing perfect metal songs to fit all 3 of the different voices. And none of them actually had enough time to do that. You know, resulting in the best that we all got being this. So yes, just as we thought, the excitement and the anticipation for the upcoming record grows literally day by day. And I don't know about you, but I simply cannot wait to hear what Bruce Dickinson has in stock for us. And by the way, should I make a special episode on the history of the three tremors? Please let us know in the comments, and see you on the next review video for this song on Friday. We will prevail. Slava Ukraini!